All right, my next guest will face Chase Hooper at UFC 263 on June the 12th. Of course, it is Stephen Ocho Peterson back on the show. Stephen, how's it going, man?
It's going awesome, man.
And we were just talking before we went live here about how long it's been since you fought last. You got to go all the way back to September of 2019 when you had that spinning back fist win, that highlight win of your career, man. You must be itching to get right back into that octagon.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's been a lifetime away. Before I hadn't gone a whole year without fighting. I would ideally like to fight 3 to 4 times a year, but you know, like we were talking about, I had to have that surgery, and it turned out being a little bit more of a major surgery than I had planned on. So I went in there thinking I was going to get a orthoscopic surgery, and then I came out in a cast, and with a 16-week or 16-month recovery plan.
Can you talk a little bit about how it has just improved your life and your game as a mixed martial artist as well?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what it was like to train without constant pain and to just sleep at night. I was talking to one of my ex-girlfriends I was with at the time, and she brought up the fact that I would sob in my sleep holding my arms. Like she said, you're tough when you're awake, but when you're sleeping, that's when it comes out. And I guess I would be like, sobbing in my sleep, trying to just hold my arm together, and it was miserable. So I just had to get that fixed, and now it's like a world of difference. It's like I can sleep well. I'm able to stick my punches out there like I'm supposed to, and not just palm. Yeah, I feel like I'm a whole nother fighter. I'm like a rejuvenated fighter.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. My dad always used to say that sleep is the most important thing. It just refuels you in every way possible, man. I mean, that's just got to be an amazing thing for you to get quality sleep, to wake up every day, go into training feeling refreshed.
Yeah, it's a whole new ballgame for me.
Yeah, man.
I'm naturally walking around at a lighter weight because I'm just not stressed all the time. When you don't sleep right, your cortisol levels go through the roof, and it's a compounding effect. Your cortisol level go up, your sleep goes down, and then vice versa. It just keeps on. It's just a perpetuating effect.
Now, this all happened. I mean, you were supposed to fight Sung Woo Cho in February, so you had to withdraw from that, and this is what you got fixed.
No, it was actually a long cruise back in last February, and then I was coming back from this, and I hadn't really told anybody about the injury, which I don't have to speak on the specific injury, but everything else aside, now that it's in the past, I realized I couldn't smell. My little sister bought me a thing of, and I smelled it. I was like, "Is this a joke?" I was like, "Are you playing a joke on me?" And she was like, "No, it smells really good." I was like, "Well, I can't smell." So then I went and got checked for COVID and realized I had it, and I had some side effects, but it wasn't really that bad. But the main thing it did was put me out of training, and it put me out of training when I was supposed to be 5 weeks out from that fight with Sung Woo Choi. So I hit the gym, and I hit the gym full speed ahead. Like I got 5 weeks to get ready for this fight coming right off COVID. My lungs weren't quite where they needed to be, but I was pushing through, and I ran myself into a wall and ended up getting injured. So I had to sit back down, and it was like one of those tried to gain speed. I was coming from an abrupt stop because of COVID, and I tried to go 0 to 100, and we all know how that goes. That ends up with injury. So you got to take these things slowly and work your way back into things. So I took my time. I got back in the gym at a progressive pace, and now I'm full speed ahead.
How are your lungs feeling now? Because I've heard a lot of athletes say that that's the biggest issue when you do get COVID. It takes a long time for your cardio and your lungs to get back to 100%. Do you feel like you're at 100% now?
Yeah, I'm at 100%, man. I think that's more mental than anything. Once your lungs are taken away, it's hard to get them back just because you just keep thinking about it. It's like, oh, I can't breathe, and then you freak yourself out, and then you have I didn't get pneumonia with it. I didn't get anything super severe, so I was born with asthma. I grew up with asthma. I have asthma. I'm used to not being able to breathe. So this was just another. It was like a seasonal asthma attack for me, and you just got to fight through it. And it's one of those things where I don't think it's going to affect me going forward.
Now, the last time we did an interview was at the beginning of COVID, and it wasn't for a fight; it was just for fun. So I got to ask you, man, like, what has the latter half of the pandemic been like for you? Like, what has you, like, your personal life, your family life been like?
My family life's been great. You know, I spend a lot of time with my son. He's been doing school from at home, and you know, it sucks. I'd like him to be in school with kids his age, and you know, out there, you know, learning and doing the whole thing. But it's actually led to a lot of you know, family bonding time and time for me to spend with my son. And you know, you got to take these things as they come and try to find the good in every situation.
Tell me about this camp, man. You guys obviously at Fortis MMA have a ton of killers down there. So iron sharpens iron. You're getting some great work in. Who have been your main training partners for this camp?
Man, I've been training with some of these young jiu-jitsu guys that are really good at mimicking my opponent, Chase Hooper. This kid, Dylan Martinez, he's been a real good help of mine. Stephen Wynn, he was a Contender Series fighter. He's been training with us for some time. He's a taller striker, and getting some real good work in with him, as well as Elijah Johns. Man, we just have so many killers. I can't name them all. I've been, you know, working with Uriah Hall, so expect some wild, flashy shit coming out of the works. No, I'm just kidding, but you never know. I've been, you know, we have such a elite talent pool. We're just trying to pull from each other our best attributes, and we have so much we can share with each other. So yeah, I don't want to leave anybody out, but those are some of the main guys that I've been working with, and just trying to absorb some of their skill sets.
Yeah, I got to ask you too. Did you get a chance to talk to Uriah after that Weidman outcome? I mean, good Lord, that was gruesome. What did he say?
Yeah, man, he feels bad when you want it to hurt the guy, so he doesn't kick again. That's why you check the kick. So if it breaks his leg, then even better. It's a fair win in my opinion, and you know, he feels bad for Weidman, but I can't say that I would feel the same.
Yeah. Well, the fight game is brutal, man. What I find craziest is how ironic it was that Anderson Silva did the same thing against Weidman that Weidman did against Uriah, and it was like, what, 8 years later? It's crazy the way the world works. It just blew my mind.
Yeah, they got a meme about it with both of them, and it's like a Star Wars meme. It says the circle is complete now. Yes.
All right, UFC 263, Glendale, Arizona. There's going to be fans in attendance. I mean, holy cow, the world is getting back to normal. How exciting is that for you, not just to fight, you know, for the first time in a year and a half, but to have fans in attendance?
That's the way it should be, man. That's why we fight. We fight for the crowd. We fight for the fans. I don't fight for just me. I fight for my family and, you know, our future, but I'm an entertainer. This is why we do this. I couldn't imagine fighting in an arena with nobody in there. It's like, what are we doing this for? We're beating the hell out of each other, and there's no energy. It's just like it'd be hard to get pumped up for something like that. But when the crowd's there, it's like I feed off that type of energy, and I'm just really looking forward to getting in there and just seeing my name in lights and doing my thing, showcasing my skills in front of the world. And just the feeling that energy, the roar of the crowd when you get that win, you put your hand up.
I like it, man. I got to get some fight picks. The main and co-main event are for titles. You got Adesanya and Vettori and Figueiredo and Moreno. Who do you think wins those main and co-main event fights?
Adesanya I think he's going to play into Vettori's aggressiveness. He's going to catch with that check left hook, make him run into that. I think he's just going to Olay him like a matador, and then Moreno and Figueroa. That's a really good fight, man. I really liked the first one. I thought Moreno won it. I thought they robbed him, but coming in there for round 2. I think Figueroa is too much of a killer. I think he's going to make the adjustments, and honestly, I think he's going to take Moreno out.
It's going to be one hell of a night, that's for sure. Let's talk about your fight with Chase Hooper. He's 10-1-1. He's coming off a round 3 heel hook win over Peter Barrett. He had a UD loss to Alex Caceres, man. When you look at this kid, he's tall, he's long for the division. Like, where do you feel like you're going to be able to outshine him here in this fight?
I'll outshine Chase Hooper wherever this fight goes. I don't see him giving me much trouble on the mat. I know all the fans and whatnot he's got saying that he's going to submit me and all this shit. I've been fighting for 13 years. The kid's been fighting for 3 years. He might have been doing jiu-jitsu for 13 years or whatever, but it's not the same. On the feet, I should, he's tall, he's long. It might take a minute to find his head, but I think I'll be able to set him up and put him down pretty good on the feet. And then on the ground, I think I'll just dominate him there. I think I'm stronger. I think I have better wrestling. And, he might be slick on the bottom, but I used to be slick on the bottom too until I found guys that didn't work against. And I'm going to be one of those guys.
Does this fight get into the 3rd round, or do you get to finish before then? Give me your official prediction.
I'm going to take him out in round 1. If it doesn't happen by round 1, round 2 for sure. This fight's not going to the 3rd round. Kid's never been finished, but I watched the fight with Alex Caceres live. I was pissed that Caceres didn't put him away. Caceres had multiple opportunities. He's just overly cautious of the ground, which I understand, but when you got a guy dropped and rocked looking the other way, you got to jump on him.
Again, man, I really cannot wait for this fight. June 12th, UFC 263, Steven Peterson, Chase Hooper. Always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Before I let you go, tell people where to follow you on social media, and if you have anybody to thank, the floor is yours.
Yeah, follow me at Ocho on Instagram and Twitter. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Dank Vodka. It's great vodka. They just started sponsoring me. I'm not a big vodka drinker, but this one is real smooth, and it's made with terpenes. So all natural flavor, not a lot of sugar. So it's really great for you. Chicken Snacks from Kurt Angle just started this new company called Chicken Snacks, and I'm going to be working with them. I just had a meeting with Kurt, and so we got some big things in the works over there. Limitless Sport Picks. They're sponsoring me as well, so for all your betting needs. And then one more, CWL.law, if you need any legal work as far as litigation and that kind of stuff, check out CWL.law.